Hi, I'm Leah from Rampley Co and I'm joined by fashion consultant Chris Moodoo. Today we're going to be talking about 3 classic tie knots. So Chris, what can you tell us about this knot?
This is the 4-in-hand knot, also sometimes called a schoolboy knot, much maligned, my personal favourite. It's a small, neat, compact knot, and it's one of the original tie knots. This was known originally as a 4-in-hand tie, and that's the 4-in-hand knot.
And would you say that this is the easiest knot to tie?
It's the easiest one to teach and to learn, and that's why we learn it at school, I think.
Chris, what can you tell us about this particular knot?
This is a Windsor knot, a very famous tie knot named for the Duke of Windsor, who wore his ties slightly larger in a symmetrical knot. Very popular post-war and associated with people that like a larger tie knot. Not my particular favourite knot, but when I do tie it, I like to keep it quite compact and not oversized, so it still looks balanced in this type of this sort of styling.
I'm curious, why don't you like these knots?
Blame it on the James Bond novels, because James Bond famously never trusted anybody who wore a Windsor knot because it was a sign of a cad or a traitor. This is the half Windsor, so it has less turns in it than a Windsor knot, so it's slightly smaller but more symmetrical than, say, a 4-in-hand knot. It's quite a useful tie knot to know. If you're a fan of the Windsor knot and you're tying a thicker tie like a shantung or a cashmere, it gives you a smaller knot. And on the other hand, if you're tying a 4-in-hand knot and it's a very fine silk like a crepe, it could give you a thicker knot. So it's a really useful tie knot to know.
We hope you enjoyed today's video from our styling series. If you have any questions regarding any of our products, please email us at info@rampleyco.com and we'll be more than happy to help. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel below for future videos on men's styling and product features.